Hi, this is Mark Rushton of markrushtongallery.com. It is Sunday evening, October 23rd, 2022, and this video is called A History of Jazz in America, followed by some painting. So I'm going to go through this. I'm Mark Rushton of markrushtongallery.com. And links are in the description. So I'm going to thumb through this just real briefly here. That's the thing lately. I've been adding books here in addition to the paintings and the artwork and stuff like that. It's kind of a nice combination. I picked this up today at the Insomniac Bookshop. Tom, who is the Insomniac Bookshop, had a little pop-up bookstore in a coffee shop today, and actually this weekend. It was just supposed to be for Saturday, and then the coffee shop owner said, why don't you leave your stuff here and keep selling on Sunday? So that was awesome. I came by both days. There was stuff happening in the neighborhood. It was, arts and crafts stuff and families, and it was nice, good weather. And then the weather starting to go downhill, but oh well. Anyway, so if you like this video, try to give it a thumbs up. Try to subscribe to either any video service that you see this on, or go out to Mark Rushton Gallery and sign up for the mailing list just for giggles. I try to send something out every week. So here's what I like to do here in the evening. I like to enjoy my favorite kefir, my fermented milk beverage. Boy, that is good. I'll bring the bottle down next time. I'll try to remember. It's Kelowna Supernaturals. It's probably not in your store because Kelowna is a small little town near the Amish and Mennonite communities in eastern Iowa. So I think Kelowna Supernaturals only, I think largely just in the Iowa section there. So good. That gut health, that probiotic, that's good. This is where we ended up last night, looking at this particular painting here. And so I like to start off with last night, and that's a keeper. We'll put those off to the side here. Those are the good ones. Now, what I've done here in the studio is you can't tell, but I've changed the studio a little bit. And so my day job computers and my personal stuff is moved to here into Studio One. We're in Studio One right now. So I moved out of Studio Two. Studio Two is just going to be art storage and general storage. And that's going to take a couple more days here because I got a lot of paintings. I got to start selling paintings. Quit making paintings and start selling paintings, We'll get to that here in a little bit here. So I picked up this book today, A History of Jazz in America by Barry Ulanov. And look at this. Look at this. He's written a couple other books, The Incredible Crosby and Duke Ellington. Viking Press. I believe this is a second printing, 1954. Look at that Barry Ulanov. Oh, yeah, look at that. Published on the same day in the Dominion of Canada. That's pretty great. And so what do we got in here? So, contents here. What is jazz? What is jazz? Your ancestors and the Negro synthesis. Diaspora. Bix had some issues. Bix is from Iowa. He had some issues. Bop. That's good. Progressive. Cool jazz. See, we never got to jazz fusion because it's 1954. Thank God. Just kidding. All right, let's see if my favorite's in here. I would say my favorite jazz musician is Bud Powell. Although there's a lot I do like. But Bud Powell's my favorite. I don't know what it is about him. He stabbed chords with his left hand, and he played these just crazy melodic lines with his right. And the guy's a genius. And I discovered him, I don't know, it was like the late 1980s or whatever. And, just love his work. So what do we got here? Mel Pal, Teddy Pal, Bud Pal. There we go. 213, 234. Let's go to 230. Real quick here. We're just going to mess with Bud Pal for a second here. If you've not heard any Bud Pal, just, I don't know, go get The Scene Changes. That's a good album. I've got that around here somewhere. Pianists. If I remember correctly, Bud Powell's father was a stride piano player. Not mistaken. He just gets mentioned in here. Then an avalanche. Art Tatum, Teddy Wilson, Mary Lou Williams, Nat Cole, Bud Powell, Andre Previn, Bud Powell. Not to mention the local boys who've stayed local, such as Detroit's brilliant Bobby Stevenson, New Orleans' variously talented Armand Hug, and Chicago's Mel Hankey, not to mention the boogie woogie pianists. All right, 234. So he gets a little mention there. That's good. 234. It was 1949. Lenny's about the only original pianist around. Lenny Tristano and Bud Powell. You got to credit Bud. While the other boys are playing the same runs, the same bop phrases, you got to play something fresh and new, even if the form is old. And if the form is too old, then you got to find new forms. That's right. That's what Bud Powell did. That's a Bud Powell. Well, okay, well, I'm not gonna trouble this, but this sounds like a great book here. And what is this? Okay, this was absolutely not planned. I didn't even notice that this was in here. So this is like a little kind of a bookmark, but then also sort of an advertising here. And look at this. What is this painting for? Abstract painting, $7.50. Background: An American Face by Thomas Hess. Generously illustrated in color and black and white. This is an important book for two reasons. It gives us the most searching analysis the subject has so far received, and the most up-to-date, 1954. But look for that. Thomas Hess, abstract painting. That's a good segue, right? So this is a nice book. Got that nice old book smell. Kind of like just smells like a history of jazz there. Very good. No cover, but that's all right. Got this. That's good. Got that beautiful. Look at that. Red. All right, let's get this out of the way here and get the painting. Nobody's showing up tonight. Maybe they don't like jazz, right? Maybe they don't like Kiefer, but let's see what we got to rework. Because last night I went through some of these paintings here, and it was just like, let's see about reworking some paintings. Now, I am just going to rework. I'm just going to rework some acrylic paintings here. Not the watercolor paintings. Let's just start with something simple like this. And we might have to get out the acrylics. We'll see how that goes. Just see how that goes here. All right. How's this looking on the camera? How's that looking? Can we bring that down a little bit? We'll just leave it where it is. That's good. How was your weekend? My weekend had a very, very, well, for the most part, a very nice weekend. A couple of things where, you have to be like looking out, driving and stuff like that. I don't know. Let's see here. I got to finish something really quick. All right, there we go. And let's start off. Well, first of all, I got to secure this down. And I don't know where did I put my tape? I got tape around here somewhere. There's the tape. I got to get some rugs down in this room. Just a cut. I got a few. I'd love to get like a big, 8x8, 10x10 rug. That'd be nice. Then I'd have to pull everything up in here. And the other thing I'd like to get in here would be like a tent. One of those 10x10 or 8x8 tents. That might be kind of interesting. But you got to be really careful with the ceiling in here. All right. So you got this down. Now, this line here is just a little too dark. So I'm going to play around this here with the Amsterdam titanium white. We're just going to do it right on the line there. This will be, get that down to the line. Leave that. We'll just smear this up here. So it's sort of like a fog. And really, this titanium white here, this Amsterdam titanium white, acrylic ink, is about the only ink that really kind of lightens things up a little bit. Typically, when you've got acrylic ink and you've laid it down, you can really only go darker, except this particular type here. You can get it to fog out a little bit. As somebody was in, somebody left. You got things to do. I got things to do too. Showing off. Right. Another layer. Work that into the fibers. Every fiber. Let's toss it. Do you want to do this down here as well? Why not? Magical qualities of the Amsterdam titanium white. Leave it on liquid. Don't spread it out too much. All right, that's getting a little too much. Big Amsterdam titanium white there. Let it sit for a little bit. Let it dry for a little bit. And then you have to be very, very careful. And then you get this sort of otherworldly alien landscape. And don't remove too much of it. This is better. However, I still got issue with up top here. So I think what I'll do, Just let that soak in a little bit. Don't be too aggressive. Let's let it dry just a little bit. Cheers. Let it dry just a little bit. Cheers. Always great to get people on Twitch. Never get anybody on Facebook. Never get anybody on Facebook. It's always Twitch, sometimes YouTube. That's good. That's good. Kefir. You gotta be careful, those flavored kefirs in the store, the commercial ones, can be a little on the sugars. All right. Slowly, slowly. On a race. Keep at it. All right. Let that dry. Let that dry. Wow. I can't tell. So I'm looking over at the video screen. I can't tell if it's really picking up all the qualities. Now, move that back. I'm happier with it. Interesting. I'm going to set this aside, see how it dries, and we'll work another one. We got a little time. Got a little time. Let's do one more. At least one more. Just put this up yonder there. Now, where did my unfinished pieces go? Huh? They're right over here. No. Oh, here they are, right here. Let's go through this. Ugh. Ugh. These are upside down. I wonder if I can do anything with this. I do anything? You know, I should try to do something with this. Although I think if I do something with this, I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to involve. Let's play around with this. I think I'm going to have to involve acrylic paint. So let's remove this. I have an idea. I have an idea. Monochrome night. Well, it's not going to be monochrome night anymore. One thing that I've wanted to do is attempt some figurative stuff in here. I don't know. Ooh. Let's see what happens if I add a little. It's just not going to work. It's too thin. All right, let's try. Of course, that's a Dale Rowney. It's not super pigmented. Let's try this Amsterdam Naples Yellow Deep that I picked up the other night. Yeah, we're going to have to go with acrylic paint on this one. It just, the ink just does not layer very well, particularly on synthetics. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but get too much gray into there. So let's do, what do I do? Let's throw some of this in the straw color. You want to go with this? Yeah. Why are you leaving it like that, Rushton? I kind of want to. I kind of want to leave room for figures in here. Right? See where I'm going with this? Is this gonna? Jesus. Here. Use the old one. Well, there we go. That's too much. That may not be right, but that's what it is. And then go with something lighter here. Anything coming out? There, pop that out. Come on. I don't use my paints enough. I have too many paints, right? That's the problem. End of life. We just need to kind of layer it here. We'll put other stuff in here very soon. God, what a mess. Troublesome blue. There we go. See, I'm really weird. I like to just mix it on the substrate. And deal with the chance. Radically alter this one. The skies ever look like that? I'm going to show my painting. We got blue. We got, you know what? I'm going to show my painting. Sure. I'm sure. That's a good start. That's a good start. I think we're going to. Now I'm going to mess this up big time. That's what I do. There's green in the skies. Oh, sure. These big tubes, you know, you go into the art store and you just think, well, they got to sail on the big tubes, right? It just becomes so difficult to squeeze paint out of these big tubes. I mean, I like these. I like these little. I should get more of those. Or I have these smaller ones. I don't. Big whites. Use more paint. I'm just gonna have to. It's definitely going to have to sit overnight and then do more layers on it. But it's coming along. And I have an idea for down here, so bear with me. I just want to get it to the point where I'm happy with it from a sky perspective. And of course, I have to remember I've got this thing over it. Get it too close, I'll ruin it. I think we'll leave that. I think we'll leave that there. Going with that. Time is 10:18. 10:18. Right, isn't that great? That's really good. Well, we moved the needle a little bit tonight, you know? I'll come back down later and might work on this some more. I have an idea for this. I typically just have the field. But I think it's about time I started putting some people in the field. And then maybe objects in the distance eventually. But I was thinking about the need for figurative in these small paintings. Like maybe not everybody's just looking at the field. Maybe they're in the field, you know? I was thinking about that recently. I can look at the field, or I can be in the field. And by in the field, there's, you're on your way. It's like a journey or something like that. Or maybe you're out just going for a walk or something like that. So I kind of want to just a little figurative in here, on the way, going something. I kind of want to do that. I've seen that. I like it. And people respond well to it. I think you need to have a little bit of human element into it as well as the nature element. I'm willing to go there now. I'm willing to go there. I mean, I painted some figurative stuff in the past, but this stuff will be more abstract. We're at 33 minutes here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Mark Rushton of markrushtongallery.com. And, thanks for showing up. Thanks for following. Thanks for looking. Thanks for listening to my ramble. I know it's not a super huge channel or world. Thanks for hanging out for the History of Jazz in America by Barry Ulanov. I'm going to read into this here in a little bit. Getting late. I got to go to work tomorrow. And then this is sort of work too. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. End that broadcast.